connection.
Well, if they could pick that up and they think that like everybody was saying about the solar system getting bigger, that's what they're saying. That's how they can tell how wide it's getting, the sound from it. If they pick it up, less and less sound means the farther it's going.
Okay, so where you drop a stone into the lake and watch the ripples grow.
Well, they're talking like the solar system, when it gets bigger and bigger, that sound
Actually,
less and less.
the theory is that the solar system will get to a certain mass and then will shrink.
Well,
Because
hold on.
Potential battle at the center of the universe.
We were talking about that. We were talking about that on the quantum gathering the other night. Like, you guys are running off the assumption that monopoles actually exist, and right now, until they can prove that monopoles do exist, the universe expanding is just a theory. Okay, and they can't.
Okay, sorry. We were talking about solar systems then.
Well, solar system is a part of the Big Bang theory. Okay, so when you say that this solar system is going to collapse and that the universe is going to collapse, that goes along with the expansion theory, where the universe is expanding, and that's not proven because the only thing that can prove that is monopoles. Okay, and science has yet to be able to prove that. All right.
But the theory is that the Big Bang started from a single small nucleus.
Right. And the reason
expanded and expanded and expanded.
The reason why it's expanding is because of monopoles. If you take a magnet and you split it in half and you have just two south poles or two negatives or two positives on both ends, that's a monopole. And they'll force each other apart, according to the theory. Okay, so imagine being able to split a magnet in half and having just two positives or two negatives.
What is a nuclear bomb?
That's a monopole. Okay, and that monopole will cause everything to split or to expand. Okay. Yeah, it repulses it.
But don't it explode like a nuclear bomb?
Yeah, basically. But see, they haven't been able to prove that yet. If they could prove that, then it would also be free energy as well. They're trying to. They've been doing research into it for quite a long time. But that's what they have to do. They have to prove that a monopole actually exists, and that's a hard task.
Well, the U.S. picked that up on radar. I mean, not on radar. The thing about nuclear bombs going off, they thought it was on Earth, but it registered in space. This was during that time when they were testing nuclear bombs.
Where'd you see that at?
That was on world history when they were thinking they stuck a satellite in space to register this for the Russians. They were during the Cold War and all that, and with all the testing all the countries were doing, they wanted to find out what depth and how strong was the bombs. Well, they thought the bombs were going off, but then they found out it was nothing on Earth, but in deep space. And they said that when farther get away, the bigger the solar system's getting. Because the sound of the trigger of the nuclear bomb going off is what set off the satellite picked up, and that's how they recognized it was from a nuclear bomb. That sequence set it off in space.
In the space.
Yeah, they picked that up Like when you set off a nuclear bomb.
The old argument that there is a vacuum cannot, sound cannot transfer a vacuum. Ignore the answer of Star Trek and Star Wars ideas.
Oh no!
Lasers and explosions in space. That's not true.
No, the radiation from it.
Okay.
However, they register the blast from it.
Okay. Start going down a bit of what's that 1960s film when Day that Lives is still. Yeah, we got going down that route. Oh, jeez.
Like how they found out about water in Mars.
I think that was down to folks thinking up parts of Mars, or thinking of taking samples from Mars and finding ice.
I'll see if I can find any information on extremophiles. That way.
Yeah,
Extremophiles.
Yeah, right there.
An extremophile is an organism that is able to live, or in some cases thrive, in extreme environments, i.e. environments with conditions approaching or stretching the limits of what known life can adapt.
Centric grades, there's 1,500 known species, and some of these subspecies and some of these species can live in complete vacuums.
Right. Now, they can adapt to environments with extreme temperature, pressure, radiation, salinity, or pH levels.
Or no oxygen, period.
Do a bit of research on the term water bears.
Water bears?
Yeah.
Now I gotta open another tab, damn it. Water bears.
And extreme environments.
Tardigrade.
Yeah, indeed.
Now, the tardigrade, also known as water bears or moss piglets, are a phylum of eight-legged segmented microanimals. They were first described by the German zoologist Johann August Ephraim Goys in 1773, who called them kleiner Wasserbar, little water bear. In 1776, the Italian biologist Lazzaro Spallanzani named them tardigrada, which means slow walkers. Tardigrades live in diverse regions of Earth's biosphere, mountaintops, the deep sea, tropical rainforests, and the Antarctic. They are among the most resilient animals known, with individual species able to survive severe conditions such as exposure to extreme temperatures, extreme pressures, both high and low, air deprivation, radiation, dehydration, and starvation that would quickly kill most other forms of life. tardigrades have survived exposure to outer space. There are about 1,500 known species in the phylum Tardigrada, a part of the superphylum Escazoa, and that's a group of protostome animals, including Arthropoda, Nematoda, and several smaller phyla. The grouping of these animals' phyla into single clade was first proposed by blah 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 based on my goodness. Now you got me reading weird shit. The earliest known fossil is from the Cambrian, some 500 million years ago. They lack several of the Hox genes found in arthropods and are the middle region of the body corresponding to the arthropod's thorax and abdomen. Instead, most of their body is homologous to an arthropod's head. Wow, okay. Interesting. Now, these are the ones that...
These creatures, some of these creatures can live in extreme environments, including vacuums and high radiation and zero oxygen environments.
So these could be the aliens that Robert was talking about, living under the earth with the skeletal systems that he says can't exist.
Maybe.
Hey, it's not me saying it, it's just research. That's biological. That unless they have...
I just read some biology to you, dude.
If it's earthly biology, it wouldn't be possible. It would have to be something alien.
Now...
why alien? Why can it develop on this planet?
Well, what if the aliens are from this planet? See, everybody always talks about, that they're...
Yeah, you say not of aliens, as in not of this place.
Now,
they don't make multiple occasions.
there's actually earthbound aliens too. Like, a lot of people don't
Yeah,
realize
they're all Mexicans.
Oh,
yeah, actually, I'm just thinking of the old scenes on Alien in New York. I'm talking about a Brit going to New York, and because the Brit isn't of
well, there's
New York, and therefore not of that place. He is an alien.
Hey guys, if you know this organism that they were talking about on the shuttle thing, where if it wasn't for the ozone layer, there's some kind of organism would attack human race and wipe them out. It was on about the NASA thing. You guys would have, if you could look it up better than what I can, but they were saying that if it wasn't for the ozone layer, these creatures or whatever would be able to go in through the atmosphere without, and would have no problem ravaging the human race. It would kill it all.
I will remind you of H.G. Wells' Wells.
Yeah.
Martians aliens come from Mars, trying to wipe out mankind. Do you think that's stuff
no, it's some kind of organism.
I know
some
where
kind of red organism.
I know where he's coming from on this one.